continuing our series of exciting interviews here in Rotterdam at the Hydrogen Expo. It's Keith from the Hydrogen Standard, and I'm here with Frank Lomax, the Managing Director of Headwaters. Frank, so much for joining us. Tell us a little bit about Headwaters, who you are, what you do, what you specialize in.
Absolutely. So we're a small, privately held engineering and fabrication company in the U.S. We are specialized in building hydrogen plants. So hydrogen plants and synthesis gas plants of all kinds, up through the limits of shipping as modules. So around 20,000 normal meters cubed an hour or so on the upper end.
Now, we've been chatting and having a great conversation, and it's really interesting to hear about the current vacuum within purification. Can you talk to us a little bit about how Headwaters are helping to fill that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, the traditional leaders in the purification business have really retreated, especially from the smaller projects, 40,000 normal meters and below in size. And so that leaves very few options for customers. They're really down to really only just one or so options. We specialize in those smaller projects. So when you're looking at, and these are the projects that make sense for small hydrocrackers, diesel hydrotreaters, sustainable aviation fuels, biodiesel, any of these sorts of projects need hydrogen at the sort of scale that's poorly served today. So we have our own pressure swing adsorption technology. We're global partners with Zeochem from Switzerland, and also with BASF for the adsorbent technology. And we deliver these projects all over the world to hydrogen users.
So what is it specifically that Headwaters can offer those smaller applications and streams that maybe some of the other players within the market can't?
I think a big part of that is the vertical integration. Because we do our own manufacturing, we have our own technology, we have our own control system technology, and we execute all of that on our own, we're able to deliver a lot higher degree of service at a much more reasonable price point. So you're getting the very traditional technology that's been proven in the industry for 40, 50 years. You're going to get the ability to run 5 years between major maintenance, all of the things that you expect in a refining or petrochemical, like a really severe service operation. And you're getting that at really the price point of 5 or 10 years ago, not the price point that would be offered by what few competitors still exist today. So it's really basically getting more value for the client's money.
Am I right in thinking that one of the unique things that Headwaters can do is you can help service current infrastructure, expand on that, or completely modernize what people have as well?
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly the right way to think about it. The pressure swing adsorption units, they're relatively famous for eventually failing by what's called fatigue cracking. So the components simply wear out. And at some point you need to replace them. And you need to replace the adsorbent materials that are inside of them. All of that work requires quite a lot of technical know-how. And so we have that know-how. We have the production capacity to build replacement vessels, valve modules, control systems, and we have enough know-how about the traditional competitor solutions to be able to come in and replace major components that have failed, renew them, modernize them, and deliver, as good as new or better than new performance. Because a lot of the technology has moved quite a lot since some of these units were built. And the real opportunity is most of the fleet of these units, especially in Europe and the Western Hemisphere, are 25, 30, 40 years old now, and they've reached the end of their service life. So if you go to try to replace those, 3 out of 4 times, you're going to be going to an OEM that no longer produces those units. So we're able to come in and basically take the place of that original OEM and deliver services, new unit, new internals, to new control systems to make the unit as good or better as it was ever designed to be.
Now, obviously, we're talking about an industry which is evolving very quickly. You've shared there some of the challenges, particularly when older technology is no longer supported, and how you can support that yourselves. Tell me a little bit also about the the non-traditional, stranded, more bespoke streams and what Headwaters can do for them?
Yeah, so basically in the situations where chemical or petrochemical or refining applications have hydrogen-bearing gases flowing in their process flow sheet, a lot of times those go to low-value uses. So they're used as boiler fuel. They may be just vented or flared because they pose potentially an environmental, contamination hazard, that sort of thing. We go in and we work with operating companies. We study their stream, we study their daily operations. We design custom flow sheets to recover that hydrogen and monetize it. Whether it's putting it into a pipe and selling it across the fence to their neighbor, as just a constant recurring revenue stream, or whether it's loading it into high pressure trailers and shipping it off-site for sale. All of that is added value that we can help customers capture. And that's definitely something that's a unique offering from us, and it leverages our PSA technology know-how, and it also leverages our know-how around the high temperature hydrogen production. So the traditional steam reforming applications, just like pressure swing adsorption, the market for hydrogen production through steam reforming has really hollowed out. Most of the leading suppliers have moved up market, if you will. They've gone to much larger plants, larger investment cost. A lot, several hundred of these plants exist worldwide that are basically stranded with no OEM. And so we have the know-how to repair those plants. We go into refineries throughout the Western Hemisphere today, and we're enthusiastic to try to expand that into other areas in the world. We go to these older hydrogen units. We replace key pieces of equipment that have failed. We help the customers debottleneck the plant to make more production, or to use less feedstock and fuel to make a certain amount of production, all with an eye towards extending asset lifetime and increasing profitability.
If you were able to give a crystallized message about what you as Headwaters offer into 2 sentences, what would you say?
I would say that for hydrogen projects, in the up to 20,000 normal meters cubed per hour, we are the vertically integrated, low-cost partner to supply your project. We are the traditional model from the 1980s and 90s, still existing and operating today. And that delivers a lot of value to the type of operating companies that really rely on these small and medium scale plants for their daily profitability.
Frank, thank you very much indeed. There we go. Frank Lomax, Managing Director from Headwaters, a company that are able to service, help you expand, and help you modernize, particularly if maybe you find that you're in a situation where you're stranded, where you're feeling like you're not sure where to go next. Headwaters could well be the place to turn. Thanks for joining us here at the World Hydrogen Expo in Rotterdam.